Conan Exiles. I am Hako, artist poet on PlayStation 4, and as you can see, I'm starting a new character yet again, server hopping. Um, the main server that I play on is presently at war. There are as many gods dropping on a daily basis over there as there can be managed by the 3 or 4 clans. So pretty active, pretty fun, but also a little bit like keep your head down and out of the way. I play as a solo from most servers, and I am actually associated with three of the actually. Well, there's 2 regular clans there, and there's one that kind of just shows up when there's this kind of activity, and then they just when then everything cools down, they get bored and they go off and do something else. So um, I don't know. I've had a couple of altars pillaged over the last few nights, which is fine. I mean, right now, an open station is an invitation, so these were open altars, so I can't really complain. Once upon a long time ago, I've been like spitting salt and throwing trebuchet loads at just about anybody who even so much as touched a fish trap. But this is 2021 Hako and not 2018 Hako. So I've gone to taking on rolling new characters, grabbing new servers, and what I basically do, which of course you didn't see in this process, was I set up my server board, sorting it out by official PvP, which seems to always have the best pings, and then North America, and then I just picked the lowest ping, top of the board of the list. Actually, let's go ahead and do this. I just wanted to bring this guy up because this is actually pretty funny. I've never seen Expecting the Zingarian Inquisition before, which is a direct Monty Python reference. And nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition is the line that comes out of the show, and it's these the 3 players, 3 of the players of the Monty Python group, dressed up as the Spanish Inquisition, and it's just hilarious. Um, if the Spanish Inquisition could be called hilarious, I mean, historically they were horrible, horrible organization that was just. I think they more or less reached the pinnacle of cruelty um, for that era, and I think it's to meme them like that is, I don't know, it's complicated. So I'm going to show you guys how I go ahead, and this 3833 is one of the server. This is the server I was going to build this guy on, but we're going to bounce off of him. And we'll start disconnecting from the server. You should still be able to watch. Yeah, here we go. All right, so playing online. Now, I start picking PvP, but you can actually go to any mode in here. So what I used to do is select all there and have that there, and then I would just grab this. And as you can see, there's a lot of private servers here that are locked. There's a public one here that's a rental, meaning that these guys are giving G Portal money to run servers, and so this list will populate for infinity. Um, so I like to do with the officials, and then of course I pick North America, which is going to bring it more to my own geography, and you can see the list tightens up a bit faster. Um, and then I go ahead and I hit the ping button, and then I'll grab the top, which is, like I said, if you hit all, take a look at there. There's PvP, 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 PvP. There's 2 PvEs, and then a whole bunch of PvPs. And this is why PvP, for me at least, is more of a choice than PvE, because there's less lag on it. Supposedly, that's what the ping is typically supposed to indicate. It's how fast packets get back and forth between you and other players and the server hub. So we're gonna go ahead. There's 2 guys on there right now, which this may raise some eyebrows. I might get a PM within about 5-10 minutes saying, "Are you new? Are you looking for a clan?" And I'll be like, "No, I'm just scouting a server." No, don't say scouting because that always implies that you're ahead of a force. No, I'm just checking out the server, looking for a new place to hang while the old server that I'm on, gets its shit back together. Not that I'm saying that people are losing their shit over the war. This is a conflict that has been a long time in the making on that server. When I first joined that server, it was just um, 3 or 4 small clans and one large clan. They weren't technically the alphas. They didn't consider themselves the alphas, but they were kind of like the most spread out. Look, I have a character here. Even though well, he just kind of what did I? Oh, he must have had a house that decayed. Do I have any loot on me still? Yay! Yes, I do. Oh, and I even have weapons. Oh my! You can tell this is an old guy. I'm still running with a pike. um, where's my water skin? Oh, that's too bad. All right, so let's dump the shit that I don't need right away. That's not going to work. Torn parchment. What has this got on it? Nowhere is safe. Okay, dump that. But this is a 2019 character because this is about the time when I started putting the ponytail on my characters' heads. So let's see, what level am I again? 14? Yes, I know that. 19. I'm at 19. Okay. Um, okay, so we're waiting for things to. All right, so we're going to go ahead. That's like a given right there. We're going to go ahead and try and do an even split. And just a little bit more there. And then we'll put 2 points into agility. Alright, so. Let's check our inventory. Do I have any twine? No, I do not. Alright. Okay. Did I get journey steps here? Yes. Apparently. So yeah, so the old server that I main right now. So before that, when the game first launched, you've probably all heard this story before. I went ahead and I did a lot of explorations between PvE and PvP. At the time, there were only the two modes. There wasn't conflict introduced until I think later in that year. Anyway, and when I came to when it was like, everybody was still figuring out Conan, trying to figure out the dynamic, the culture, and all that kind of stuff. A lot of the players that I was running into had come from Ark, and they were like, tired of the mega tribes and getting themselves constantly river trolled and all that fun stuff. It's hella funny because I can chit chat during Destiny without any problems. When I play Conan, it's kind of like I get into the game. And by the way, before Conan came out, the only other sandbox survival game that I ever played was Minecraft. And PvP in Minecraft was because of the nature of the PlayStation at the time, and the fact that Minecraft wasn't crossplay. And we didn't have access to like public servers. So like Minecraft was kind of like, if you were PvPing, it was very clearly with friends. Okay, what torch is this? Yeah, I think that's going to be a gimpy torch. Let's get rid of the gimpy torch. And let's go ahead and assign ourselves some stats. Oh yeah, you could definitely tell this is 2019 Hako because we've got the Mitra altar. Ever since the patch, I've gone ahead and started doing just Keto because of the stamina regen potion. What is my character's name anyway in this one? Hakobot. Yeah, I wasn't even picking that. Actually, that was my old gamer tag. It's definitely 2018. This is definitely a 2018, 2019 character. Because I didn't go by, I didn't start going by just Hako until I got to the one server that I play on now that is kind of like in total chaos. So apparently, if you had an old tune on a server long enough, the game doesn't even put the levels on the screen like I was showing you. Hello? let's take a look at the map. Wow, and the map. Oh, okay, see, loot chest. Okay, the map's pretty fresh. How do I have a loot chest all the way up there, but yet no other discoveries? This makes no sense to me. And that's not even interesting. That's a mystery. I don't remember this. Huh. Alright, we're gonna make some gruel. I should also make some wraps. Let's go over here, see if I can find some aloe. Pretty sure there's some over here. Oh, guess what? Sandstorm coming. This is gonna be not cool. I might die here, so I'm going to... Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Maybe this is not a bad one. Maybe this is just one of those decorative sandstorms. Alright, there we go. That way if I crunch, it won't be so bad to me. Yeah, this is one of the decorative ones. Because if it's like... Well, that would be... Yeah, because it's right over us right now. Okay, so we'll do this. Wow. Okay, weird that the inventory went all the way over there like that. Gruel sates you much better than it used to, but it also provides you with some fluid hydration. Excuse me. Oh, it still has shredded roast here too. Alright. This will be enough. Oh, bummer. Okay, do I have... Oh, that's right, I'm trying to make a better torch. Need to get my recipes together. Get to see what I choose first. I'm going to take this headset off and just play through, see if you guys want to watch. I'll leave the commentary out. Long story short, basically, is that I played on this one server for a very long time, and like I said, was actually approached many times over to join other clans, and then, of course, you know, many times I was attacked and wiped. And eventually the server, you know, came to a head, and with all the rampant updates and changes in the game, was confusing players at first, and they all just kind of bailed out of that server because things had gotten chaotic. And I had learned my first strategies of Conan survival gaming, which is basically if you stay out of sight, you stay off their minds. And I more or less started my solo gaming theories, and then I started watching more YouTubes about Conan Exiles, guys like Firespark promoting it and talking about the different strats and stuff. Of course, I had always been following Conan when it was on PC, but most of the streams that I was watching on YouTubes were in a foreign language. I don't speak anything but English and really, really bad English. And I need to get across the river. And so, yeah, eventually I went server hopping, like I did when the game first launched, and I created a bunch of tombs all over the servers. I was like, it was weird. It was like, I don't know, I guess you could say it was just me exploring all over the place. And in the past, what I had done, and then I would play the server for a little bit, get bored, go off and go find another server. But this one here seems to have been one of the more developed servers that I've been on, being level 19 when I spawned back in. So why I stopped playing this one, I don't know. It might have been because it could have been the lag. Most times I'll stop playing a server if it has lag throughout the day. Like sometimes I play in the morning, sometimes the afternoon, sometimes the evenings. And if there's a lot of, if there's a high ping and a lot of latency, or maybe there's a toxic group, I just basically bounce off and go play somewhere else. And that's kind of what happened here, and that's more or less kind of what's happened. Well, I don't know, because the server that I main is not really toxic right now. It's just that a couple of the larger clans that have been there for more than a year are just kind of fed up with all the newer guys coming in and just basically griefing everything. Not the older clans, the newer guys. In fact, one of the groups has openly stated to the leading clan that they very much plan to wipe the server, and they're calling all their associates in to do so. And I'm like, well, that's great. Thank you so much for that heads up. Let's just craft all the fiber. I should probably make a shelter setup. Oh wow, I need more stone. Wait, no, I remember what I was doing. I was gonna make some daggers. Do I have a skinning knife yet? No. Yeah, this is even before they had skinning knives on the game. Because that would have been in my inventory immediately. Okay. So, sit back and enjoy the next few minutes. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, I'm going to pop it into the mic just for a quick second. I've been noticing this with armor, and it's not just on the NPCs, it's also on my own body. You can't triangle out armor. You have to R2 it or select it and move it over on your own. Don't need that. Okay. So, I don't know, that's kind of a bug, I guess, in the inventory. It needs to get fixed in some way. But that's how you take down one of those little guys. Pike, 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 dagger. There we go. But I don't use pike very much anymore, so that's kind of fun to find out that pike now has that kind of thing to it. Also, I don't know if you were noticing me or not, but I was using my daggers. Let's see, I'm going to over-encumber myself again. I was using my daggers to basically scoot across the map while being encumbered. Because now when you're encumbered, you cannot roll anymore. And it used to be that if you were encumbered, you could roll dodge your way until you got to the river, in which case, you know, all encumbrance doesn't matter. But you can't roll dodge anymore when you're encumbered, which is ridiculous because if I was overloaded with weight in the real world, I would be able to still roll across the ground for the most part, because that's what you do with heavy things, you roll them across the ground. So this is me pressing the circle button. So nothing happens, okay? You can jump. I mean, I don't know, I used to bench press back in high school and early sophomore years of college. But I was never able to jump when I had, you know, 150, 250 pounds on my shoulders. Didn't happen. Um, but yeah. So anyway, if you're stuck, let's see if it works with the pike. See, the pike, it doesn't carry you through. I mean, and it spends a lot of that. So what you'd have to do is use the daggers and just get a rhythm and just light attack. Because you do a lunge when you have daggers. There you go. And while you're encumbered, you can just keep doing that. But anyway, like I said, get to the river. Now, I should probably actually... this is a good island. I'll go there. There's a croc over on the island, but that's breakfast, whatever. So, bouncing off the headset again. okay. I wanted to go ahead and totally let you guys see something here that I did completely stupid. First of all, I built this shack right out in the open. All right, that's a one big no-no on a PvP server. Second of all, now I tried to be a little clever and make a hatch instead of a front door. Typically, what's going to happen is that people will run up to the shack. They'll see there's no door on the outside. They'll be like, oh, okay, he just must be replacing the wall as he gets in and out. And that's what you would normally do. But I'm like, notice what I did wrong here? I built it right up on trees. Granted, these are farmable trees, but this is all you got to do. I mean, this one goes all the way back to Minecraft. Well, of course, the only thing climbing, there's no real climbing in Minecraft unless you have ladders. But spiders, yeah. So even if I come down off of the tree, even if I take the trees down, I've got to do something to stop them from spawning now. And that's not always going to be the case. I mean, I could technically, I guess, put campfires or palisades around here. But even if somebody was doing a double jump, they could totally get up there and double jump right into the base, you know. But, I mean, I'm overthinking it. When you build a T1 shack, you're basically just stopping the casual looter. Like I said, an open station is an invitation. But if anyone wants in, they're definitely getting in. That's just all there is to that. Wait, how many more fences do I need? 4 more. 3 more? 3 more. Oh, okay. Do I need more wood? No, I need more stone. Of course, it's always stone. Actually, I could go ahead and start dumping things I don't need here. Like, I'm not going to be planting any of this. Berries are... I'll just nosh those real fast. Not worrying about bones. I'm not going to worry about bugs. Branches for sure. Fuel for sure. That's rotting. Gruel is actually the best way to go, believe it or not. It lasts for freaking ever. It gives you hydration and satiation or cessation. I don't know. Yeah. Now I got to think about a way to get into my base. But actually, what I'm doing is I'm getting ready to sign off. So I made fence foundations, didn't I? Alright, well, that's a thing now. Let's see. Huh, you could have to go all the way up. That's makes me hella grumpy when I do stupid things. Well, I guess this is going to be okay. Let's just go ahead and just make some haphazard, goofy-looking thing. It'll get people wondering, what the hell is he doing? Alright, we got a bedroll. We're good. I'm out of here. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.